Good afternoon, Tom. Well, you came in as kind of a highly touted prospect, and you've had some success so far. How would you classify your start in the UFC?
It's going all right, isn't it? It's going well so far. Can't complain.
And then they come to you with a matchup of Andrei Arlovski. I mean, did that one come out of left field a little bit for you? Like, man, I'm just getting into this thing, and here's a guy that's done it more than any heavyweight in UFC history.
Yeah, it did. It did, to be honest. I wasn't really expecting that. I thought they was definitely going to match me up with another prospect. I thought that's what they was going to do, but I'm not a matchmaker. I'm just the one who gets in there and has a scrap. So I was happy with it. Obviously, I'm here, so yeah, it's good.
Yeah. You strike me as kind of just a laid-back guy overall, but is there any chance you get in there on Saturday and you're like, oh my God, that's Andrei Arlovski on the other side of the cage, and this is a guy that we've all been watching for decades?
Well, I'm not going to have my glasses on, so I can't see that far. I can barely see you, so maybe not. I'll be like that. Just, is it Andre or is it? Yeah. So it won't bother me, honestly. I've sparred with some world-class people. Been around world-class athletes all my life, and he doesn't intimidate me.
Maybe I should have asked, is there a danger when you get in the clinch, you'll realize that he's Andrei Arlovski? Is that when you can see him as basically, is that where they have to be?
You get that beard a bit too close to me. I'm like, get that beard away from me. I wish I could grow a beard like that.
Difference fighting here in Vegas versus Abu Dhabi? Is it, as far as like how the trip affected your body, travel, that sort of thing?
I was definitely tired for a couple of days when I got here. I didn't realise that it would take that much effect, to be honest, on the body. We had like a 24-hour travel because of the COVID and all that stuff, and we had to go like 3 different flights, long flights as well. So I feel good now, though. I've been here for like 4 or 5 days. I've trained a few times and been stretching and relaxing and eating some good food, so I feel good now.
Yeah. On the bright side, there's no race cars around the hotel, right? So that.
Yeah, I mean, sleeps. I don't have an issue with sleep anyway, so yeah, no race cars. Nothing like that. So nice and peaceful.
Very nice. Well, talk about this opportunity, right? Because like I said, I feel like there's been a lot of buzz around your name, but you beat an established former champion, future Hall of Famer. I mean, does this feel like a potential breakout moment for you?
Yeah, I think so. But something that I've noticed as I'm winning more and more fights and stuff like that, people will always have something negative to say about it. You know what I mean? I beat the first guy who'd had 7 fights in the UFC. Oh, he's beaten nobody. Well, he's not a nobody. He's actually had 7 UFC fights. You know, no one in the UFC is a nobody. I beat the next guy. Oh, that's his first fight in the UFC. I beat Arlovski. He'll be too old. You know, I beat the next guy. He'll be whatever. You know, people are always going to say stuff. So all that outside stuff, it doesn't really. Honestly, I don't think about it.
Yeah. How about for yourself? What do you see as the pace for your career, right? Because, heavyweight, man, you can make moves real quick in the division. Do you welcome that? I mean, do you want to make like this quick rise, or do you feel like, hey, let me keep getting these tests under my belt?
Yeah, I want to keep getting the tests. That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to fight different guys who give me like different looks and different stuff along the way. I don't want to be thrown in the deep end. You know, I've got a long time left in the sport. I'm a young guy, and I'm not trying to rush. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to get pushed up there too quick like a lot of these prospects do and fail quick. So I'm trying to learn. Fighting guys like this is good for me because I can learn off these guys.
Yeah. Lastly for me, I mean, how do you see this fight going? I mean, do you feel like this is somewhere where you can go in there and you can get a stoppage, you can wow people, or do you feel like you got to be ready to maybe go the distance with this guy?
I mean, you've always got to be ready to go the distance. I think because a lot of my fights have been quick, people think I just train for like 1-minute fights, but I can actually do 3 rounds, believe it or not. But yeah, if I beat him quick, that's good. If it's long, it's good. It doesn't really matter.
Hi, Tom.
Oscar.
Just out of curiosity, what was the journey to get here? Was that just because there's no direct flights from England at the moment?
Yeah, there's no direct flight, so we went Manchester to Paris, Paris to LA, and we got stuck in immigration for ages, and then LA to Vegas.
Why get stuck in immigration?
Because I'm an immigrant. No, because I forgot to print a form off for my visa, which I didn't know that I needed. And none of us know that we needed, so it wasn't too bad. It stuck us in for like 90 minutes, 2 hours, something like that. We were stuck in there. But
just what you want after a long distance flight there.
Yeah, exactly what I want.
You said you don't want to rush your career, and you're young enough to sort of take your time. But the UFC gave you Andrei Arlovski for a reason. They obviously want to start pushing you up the ranks. That's the reason why young guys like yourself get these fights. So are you going to have a conversation with them eventually to be like, hey, I want to improve before I start getting bigger names?
I don't know. I guess we just see how that kind of stuff plays out, I'm not someone who thinks stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? I'm just training for my fight, and I'm going to fight, and I'm going to look good in my fight, and that's it. You know, I'm not really too bothered. If I sat here worrying all day about what's going to happen in the future, I'd never get anything done. You know what I mean? I'm not someone who sits around and analyzes and analyzes every little situation of what might happen in the future, because you're never going to get anything done if that's the case. You know what I mean? You've got to. I'm not just talking about MMA. I'm talking about anything in life. You know what I mean? If you're sitting here worrying about how something might play out, you're not going to enjoy the time that you're in right now. And right now, I'm like here with you guys. I'm not going to start thinking about what's going to happen after this fight, because I've got to win this fight first.
You could always call out Sergey Spivak again. He's on the same card.
I know. Well, that one doesn't seem to be happening. If he gets an impressive win, and so do I, then. But I know someone who actually wants to call you out.
Me?
Yep.
Who?
Do you know MMA Jim?
MMA Jim.
He said he was saying that he doesn't think you've got hands when I spoke to him.
Is that right?
He said, "Do you live in America now?" Mm-hmm. Yeah. He said you turn your back on the UK, and he just said he'd taken everything he worked for. Is what he said.
It's a shame, man, because. Well, I guess, being called out by someone who's obviously got malnourishment issues and stuff like that, and he's got a girlfriend now, so he turned his back on the entire game.
Yeah.
I should probably take that into account, but I'll stick to the higher ranked guys and let MMA gyms deal with themselves.
So you live in Vegas now?
Yeah.
How's that going for you?
It's all right. It has its ups and downs.
What's the downs? Too
The
much time in the strip club, bro.
The weekends can last a while. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. But it's easy to get on a bender here.
Okay.
Anyway, I think we'll end it there.
Adam, do you have a question?
I just want to know if he has any more questions for him. I'm good with this. Let's keep going.
Yeah, for real, MMA Jim was actually talking shit. He was like, "Look, we're around the same weight class.
No, we're not.
I've lost a bit of weight recently, but I still take him," he said. "I've got a bit skinny, but the power's still there."
He'd have to ask his girlfriend's permission first.
Has he really got a girlfriend?
Yeah, then we're getting married.
Oh, nice.
You seem shocked by that.
To be honest, I don't even know him that well. I'm just talking shit about him. I don't even know him.
Yeah.
He was talking to you about fighting Andrei earlier and that aspect. Did you watch him a lot growing up? I mean, a lot of us did.
Of course. Who's not watched Arlovski? Do you know what I mean? He's a legend. He's a legend. Yeah, I watched him a lot.
He did say that he's worried about getting charged with child abuse because you're so much younger than him.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be walking around here in a Zimmer frame soon, rolling into the cage on the Zimmer. So, yeah, I'm definitely a lot younger than him. How old is he? He's like 42.
42.
Fair play to the guy. You know what I mean? If you can still fight at 42 at a high level, fair play to him.
Would you want to be doing that?
No, definitely not. I want to be saving my brain. I'm going to be doing something else. I'm going to hopefully have a lot of money. I'm going to be relaxing there by the beach, or I'm going to have the kids around me, and I'm going to be chilling by the time I'm 42, touch wood.
All right, thanks, man. And thanks for the therapy session for Oscar. He needed
Thank you.
it.
He definitely needed it. Yeah, he's distressed.
You guys